Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. So this is the first video I'm recording today, and I decided to just strap on a pair and go ahead and listen to Ren's Vincent tale, Starry Night. A little bold choice. I've learned doing stuff from him first, but I've been looking forward to this, honestly. Before we get started, if you would like to request a specific reaction, you can do so by clicking a donation link down in the description. Send along the information of the song you would like to hear, and I will get it recorded right away. I also take notes during my reactions, just so I don't forget what I want to talk about. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. As I always say with Ren, I'm probably going to be pausing it and rewinding it a little bit here and there, just so I can keep up. I feel it's important to keep up in the moment while I'm listening to it. I do see that there is a pinned comment from Ren here with lyrics, so there's a chance I might go over them after the fact. I'm not sure. It just depends on how much I catch during the reaction. I do want to read this first part, though. I'm hoping that it doesn't ruin things for me, but since I've listened to so much of this series already, I think I have a good grasp on what's going on. So it says, creating this for me was more than making a song. On my first attempt to film this, I went temporarily blind in one eye during an autoimmune attack. I ended up in hospital with a flare of brain damage related issues and had to wait months before attempting again. And there were several very difficult setbacks during the time scraping this together. But I was so adamant to finish it because it embodied something I've been feeling deeply, as a growing feeling for years, that we as a people have created a system of decision-making that is making us collapse inward. It's obvious everywhere you look, no matter which side of the political fence you sit. Our own value system has divided us to the point of severe conflict. I'm sick of the circus. Despite this, I feel hopeful. Every day I meet and see beautiful people with good intentions, with no desire to tread on their fellow man or woman to get where they're going. With good thoughts, creative people who want to work to make change, and time again, we have proved our adaptability, our ability to learn, steer course when we need, admit where we fall short rather than point fingers, and grow. A better way of making decisions on behalf of our entire species exists. We just have to want to build it, and we must build it together with good intentions. Oh my God. I just have to say that Ren's humanity shines in every single solitary thing that he does. And that's rare. I've heard and seen him say a lot. I've heard a lot of his expressions in his music. But this comment here, if you didn't know this about Ren already, you would know it after reading this, that he opens himself up, allows himself to be human, and allows people to see him in that way with everything he does. As I was reading the part about his growing feeling about the system we've created that divides us and how it's just going to collapse if it continues. It's already collapsing, essentially. I love that he mentions no matter what side of the political fence you sit on, because that covers everybody. We're all forced to live with politics, regardless of how hard it is to talk about, how crazy things are. And for those of us who kind of aren't right or left, we're not even like in the middle. We're looking for a way forward because what we've been doing isn't working. But for those of us who feel that way, it can be very hard to get this message across that we are not speaking as someone who believes on one side or the other. The primary focus is the fact that we need to see each other as human before we say, oh, well, you're a Republican, or you're a liberal, or you're this, or you're that. You know, we have to look at each other as human beings before we are going to be able to work together and talk and figure this out. And that can be a very difficult message to actually instill in an audience that you're talking to or that you're trying to get a message to, because there are people on far ends of both sides that are kind of too far gone to even hear anything other than what they believe already. And that is a challenge. But this almost made me cry, because I agree with absolutely everything he said here, especially when just this simple line, I'm sick of the circus. I say it all the time. I'm at a point where I just want to plug my ears and la 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 my way through the rest of life, because I lose hope in there being any kind of change for the better in my lifetime. You know, I'm in my 50s. I just, you know, the hope I hold on to is for my kids and grandkids and younger generations. And just like he says at the end here, every day he meets beautiful people with good intentions and with no desire to treat each other like shit. I have those same experiences. Like every now and again, I will run into somebody who is as open-minded as I am and who can talk about things even if they don't agree civilly. There are people out there who are conscious of what's going on, who are looking for a path forward, and Ren is one of them. He just happens to have the platform to be able to get this message out, and I think that's just incredible. This whole one-sidedness, or one side versus the other, is not working. It's broken. It's been broken forever, and it's just very reassuring to me to meet people who recognize that and who are looking for that forward path, a different way to do things. Anyway, again, rambling. He tends to do that to me. I have butterflies in my stomach. I've been looking forward to this so much. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Those almost look like antlers. Wow. That's incredible. That beat.
I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room.
Okay, already, you know, I know that these guys are literally not making the music, but what a creative way to kind of act out this beat. I have to start it where he starts talking again. It's kind of reminding me of Holler Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. A little bit. Okay, let's keep going. Looks like a group therapy session in jail.
How do I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation. manifestation of everybody in this room. Duh, ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heart.
I just said, I believe it was The End of the World by Ren and Webby, that the powers that be don't give a fuck about the people. They say they do. That's just verbal vomit. And he just literally said, a system that's supposed to be for the people, you know, it's not actually for the people. It's for the powers that be.
A manifestation of everybody in this room. Duh, ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded.
Yep.
Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke, so let me unload, I'm on a roll. I never vote, big in the polls, in the road, who to control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter.
Okay, so he's talking specifically about Great Britain, the UK, and it sounds like it could be about the US. So that further confirms that this kind of thing is going on all over the world. I'm sorry, I'm looks like I'm going to be pausing it quite a bit and talking.
Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the
absolutely going on here too.
They broke, so let me unload, I'm on a roll. I never vote, big in the polls, Britain the road, who to control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM, did they stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Blood-stained hands, milk up poor land's udder. 9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design, my hands are tied, I climb that on this that.
It's by design. That pretty much sums up everything I'm trying to express in the last couple of videos that I've done with Ren involved.
Working a job that can't provide, it's by design. My hands are tied, I climb that, on this that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water is never wine. The pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order, except our minds. Court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while, people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it up. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarize the people, never by the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting.
This is making me feel like the Money Game, the first one, I cried during Money Game because he was touching on this stuff a little bit, but now he's getting into much more detail. I'm going to have to go over the lyrics and talk about it that way, I think, after the fact. But holy shit. Holy shit. This thing about, oh, while the people watch reality TV, yeah, that's like dumbing us down. My God. Okay, I'll talk about it after. I'm so sorry.
The pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order, except our minds. Court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while, people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it up. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarize the people, never by the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours and leaving you. Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you racist? Black? Are you white? Are you all for the Brexit? Make us without Brexit. The NHS rots, where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet, dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected.
NHS is the health system, I know that.
Parties resurrected.
Sorry.
Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet, dance for
Another
the
puppet.
neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, two parties resurrected. Yes, I am the malevolent, degenerate delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is dead, look at. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind.
Oh my
Guess
God.
you could say I was destined to break because I get no satisfaction. I roll stoned, ETAs with ET, I phone home. ETC, don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one become cold like the tundra. One by one cast out like pariah. Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire. Run, little liar.
Okay, hold on. This is almost... It's very difficult because I want to talk about this stuff in the moment, but I don't want to sit here and pause it every 5 seconds. And it's hard not to do that. It's very hard. But before we get into Act 2, I noticed a little part in here where he's doing the spoken word thing / rap thing, but he's also doing a little bit of singing as well, which he's really good at. I'm just going to listen to the last part of this act again, and then we'll go into Act 2.
No satisfaction, I roll stoned. ETAs with ET, I phone home. ETC, don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one become cold like the tundra. One by one cast out like pariah. Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire.
Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. That's exactly what I was just saying by dumbing us down. The TV dumbs us down. The news we watch dumbs us down. The social media dumbs us down. And it was built to do that. God.
Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire.
This beat is crazy good as well. Oh God. That just gave me goosebumps. That sounded almost Middle Eastern. This part. Goosebumps.
There's no democracy. Democracy ain't corporate lobby free for all. Democracy ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't eating up a lie then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him, the Father, Son, the ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate degree. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. A starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself the war of every working man. A war of what's and why's and how's and when's the time to take a stand. And who's the one to put me in my place? You or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined, all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really?
This is too much. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm getting so fucking emotional because this is shit that I feel and don't ever talk about with anybody, because you can't have these kind of conversations with most people. And so I suppress it. And when I see other people talking about this stuff, it's like a release. My God. I've been talking a lot about how I've come to discover that I think about things on a much deeper level than average people do. I mean, and just about everything. And that can be exhausting and very lonely. Because that's a lot. You know, if you try to express these things to people who don't think this way, it can be overwhelming for them. It can be off-putting, and I've learned that the hard way. And so you learn to kind of just suppress it, and then you kind of feel like you're never really exposing your true self to people around you, and that causes a whole round of other emotions. It's a lonely place to be, to not be able to express things. It's why I go to therapy. She has to listen to me. This is probably why I talk so much in these videos, is because this is the only opportunity for me to express truly what I think and feel deep, deep down. But this thing about, what about love for the sake of love? It just felt like it broke me in the moment. I cannot say, and I've said it already, I cannot tell you how hard this is not to want to stop this and talk about everything that he's saying in this. Okay, I'm going to back it up a little bit. Let's keep going. I'm going to try to keep going.
I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined, all to die.
The music is incredible.
Love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music. Life is music. Music is the tongue. In the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the
guitar.
drum. Hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, better yet reset so we can all live on.
Oh my God. Wow, this music. Not only does he share a lot of my own perspectives, or I share his perspectives, however you want to say it, but the way he talks about hope and the positive things that can be done just makes you want to fight. it's inspirational. And it's just crazy how this affects me. God, I hate crying on camera. Okay, we're about ready to go into Act 3, I think. This music is absolutely fucking fantastic.
Vincent,
Oh, is it 4 already?
Vincent! Vincent!
Oh, God.
Oh, good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now. Please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Oh, God, what the fuck, man? I think I want to leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program. It's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With the brand of a new program, it's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With the brand new method, the sort of trials and tests. Like our good God's son, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defective. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
Oh, my God. Holy shit. I don't know what that said at the end there. This is covering it. Somebody let me know what that says. Okay, so that last part, that shit happens. MK Ultra is the biggest one I can think of. I'm sure the prison population would be a perfect source of human guinea pigs, especially people who are behind bars for life. And the government will find ways. You know, I have a little bit of pause in talking about any of this stuff. There are all kinds of things that the powers that be do behind the scenes. And, you know, I don't know about the lobotomy stuff and rearranging your frontal lobe to take out the bad parts and stuff, but it wouldn't surprise me. At this point, nothing would surprise me. So I am going to go through the lyrics. I just want to say, because I'm so focused on the message of the song that I barely spoke about the music. I find that his beats that he finds or creates are so dramatic and cinematic for some of the songs that have these intense messages that they're just fucking perfect. You know, and that he had like the choir thing in that, like similar to what he did in Sick Boy. There was a part where I mentioned the guitar was just singing, and it added so much cinematics to what I was watching and hearing. And then, you know, the very beginning, the beat, the way he chose to create that beat and visually show it on screen, it's just... I've never seen anything like this. I mean, this much versatility in one person. I mean, this guy is fucking special. I don't know how else to say it, but to curse. I mean, I'm not telling any of you anything you don't know already. But I can't even form sentences right now because I'm just so blown away by this man's body of work overall, and in this one. It's just ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous how talented he is. And it's like I feel like I need to cry because this feels real and tangible and inspirational. Like, I can't remember being inspired by somebody like this. It's very rare for me to feel so inspired by somebody I don't know. And he does that for me. Like, he actually, like, instills the hope that I thought I lost about the world. It's overwhelming to sit here and think about it. And try to put it into words. I'm just sitting here on camera blabbering and talking incessantly, I feel like. That was everything everybody said it was going to be and more. I knew it was going to be good. I had no clue, though. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I just don't get opportunities to express this stuff very often. Oh my God. I'm sitting here drooling all over myself. Okay, I'm going to go through these lyrics. I've talked a lot about this stuff already when I've stopped it. Let's just go ahead and dive into this, and I'm going to try to get through it. Okay, Act 1. How do I begin? Wait a minute. I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go? No? 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crimes. Fuck that. Let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself. Okay, and at this point, we're in a group therapy session, it looks like, inside prison. And they expect you to talk about your crimes and how you want to better yourself and all of that. And he's taking a different approach. So allow me to introduce myself to you. Manifestation of everybody in this room that ever felt disregarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded. So he's saying that he's a representation of everybody, even, I'm sure, outside of that room. I mean, certainly myself as well, that's ever felt disenfranchised with the system they're living in. It's retarded, putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on a carcass. Homeless levels rise and politicians pardon. Slave labor wage, cutting pay for the farmers. We have that going on here too. We have for a long time. Britain, Great Britain. Now you're a slave to Great Britain. Tax brackets rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Don't even need to say it that happens all the time. While the everyday people getting fucked till they broke. So, let me unload. I'm on a roll. I never vote. I missed that part. But I've never voted either. I've never even registered to vote. And when I say that to a lot of other Americans, they're like, oh, well, then you don't have the right to bitch about anything. No, fuck you, I do. I'm not going to register to vote for a small choice, usually 2 people who don't quite fit the bill for me to run this country or to run whatever it is they're running for. Since I was old enough to vote and think for myself, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I just settled for the lesser of 2 evils. And this is all the way from the top down. I've never been willing to do that. So as George Carlin said, I'm not the one out there voting for the people that are fucking shit up. So yes, I do have a right to say something about it. I'm an American. That gives me the right to talk about it. Just because I don't vote doesn't take away my right to express my opinions about how this country is run. I was born here. I live here. That in and of itself gives me the right to talk about it. Yikes, this is heated. I've had this discussion so many times with people, and it never fails. It gets heated every time. I'm feeling my blood boiling a little bit talking about it. Amazing, he says, I never vote. And I have never voted in my 54 years on this planet, ever. Because I'm not willing to settle and vote for somebody to be put into office that's half-assed. There have been a couple of people where I thought, Finally? Maybe. But then there's always something that's like, oh no. And then over time, when you keep getting disappointed like that, you're just like, okay, they're all this way. No matter how good they sound, you know, they all sound amazing during the time when they're running for office and they're debating. And they say they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And then it's quite a different thing when they get into office and they don't do even half of the shit that they said they would. So I have grown a bit disenchanted with ever holding out hope that there's going to be a time where I vote. Yeah, there's that. Rigging the polls, Britain erodes, who's in control? Well, there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow. Representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me? No, sucker. God, this is just, I could feel like I could have written this part myself. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM. Did I stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. So I think he meant in the night. Blood-stained hands milk our poor land's udder. So yeah, it's very clear that it's kind of a carbon copy of what's going on in our country is also going on in his. 9 to 5, I can't survive. I just wake up to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design. My hands are tied. I climb debt on this debt on this debt. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? And that's really where a lot of people are getting to. That's the point where a lot of people are getting. When you're younger, you just do this stuff because that's what you're taught, how the world works. But when you get older, and this is what makes Ren amazing, the fact that he's in his 30s and thinking this way already. And he has been for a long time. When you get older, the more life you live, you start to really see things for the way they actually are. And it saddens me that when you raise children, you're generally on that younger side. And so you just kind of bring them up the same exact way that you were taught. You go to school, you do well in school, you go to college, you get a good job, you pay your bills, maybe buy a house, start a family, blah, 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 blah. But they fall into the same problems unless they get lucky. And some people do get lucky and do well and are fine and don't experience any of this. But a vast majority do not. The water is never wine. The pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order. Incept our minds. The court of law are whores who will bend for bribes. And now this is what really started getting to me. All while the people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake up, and repeat the cycle. And that's exactly what this character Vincent was doing himself. And then he started kind of waking up to what was really going on around him. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it. The city full of sheep tweeting on social media. And I have to say that the way I grew up was different than obviously the way people are growing up now. But there's just things that have been thrown on top to this indoctrination that are just kind of wrapping its tendrils around people even tighter. You know, some people believe that we push our kids to be educated, but that the education system is also a part of dumbing people down and only telling people what you want them to know and indoctrinating. I think I heard somewhere in here where you have a baby and you put them in the line. I mean, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Tabloids twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. So that's the information that's being put out to the world in various forms that they want people to believe and to know. And that's all they want them to know and believe. In this day and age, in the United States, that it's never been more prolific than it is today. The divide that's caused is deep. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you, fighting for a cause that wasn't yours and leaving you. My dog's barking at another dog walking down the street with a person. Huckleberry's bored. Sorry, mommy's working. So this whole war thing, I could probably talk for an hour about, because I come from a military family. I was raised in a military family. Both my dads were in the military. I come from a Republican family. Mom, dad, stepdad, all Republicans. And then there was a period of time where I did about 4 years of research into the Iraq-Afghanistan war, PTSD and the effects, and like moral injury, TBI, because I was thinking about opening a nonprofit for therapy dogs for veterans. And I felt like I needed to do some deep research before I did that. I've got PTSD myself, so in that way I can relate, but for different reasons. And that is why I decided to do all the research that I did. And I have to say that those 4 years were probably the most heartbreaking years of my life. And I didn't end up doing the nonprofit because I ended up in a deep depression for a long time. And then even recently, I've been working on projects documenting stuff that's going on in various wars going on around the world, including Ukraine, the Middle East, Israel. The war thing has been a part of my life, all of my life. But in the last 12 years has really been at the forefront of some of the projects that I've done. I've talked to a lot of veterans. I know a few veterans. My dad was a veteran. My stepdad is a veteran. My dad, who is no longer with us, was a Vietnam War vet. I've heard his stories. And I came to find that talking to veterans from any war, it's all the same. And it's exactly what he said in this, your country's going to call on you. They need you to fight for something that you don't want, or that you didn't start, or for a cause that you don't agree with. And because you're in the military, you don't have a choice. And then you go over there, and everybody handles combat differently. But I would say a good majority of people that go over and fight in wars are deeply affected by it. Now, how that manifests after it's all over varies from person to person, of course. But a good majority of people that come back from a combat zone don't fare well. And like I said, I could talk about this for another hour because I have experience in this department, if you will. But absolutely agree with what he said. Okay, so moving on. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours and leaving you. Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you racist? Black? Are you white? That's another way that everybody's being divided. I try to live with as little labels as I can because that just muddies waters and it puts people in boxes. That's the whole reason for my mantra, which I put at the beginning of every video. See human, be human. Are you all for the Brexit? Make a swift exit. The NHS rots. Where was the tax directed? So the National Health System, I believe, is what it stands for. I know that's the free healthcare system in the United Kingdom. I have heard all kinds of stories about it as well. I've heard people say great things about it, free healthcare. I've also heard a lot of negativity about it. I have friends that live in the UK or that live in other countries that have free healthcare. And, the healthcare in this country is a joke. It's a business. It's a racket, in my opinion. And I could also have another video about this for an hour. Everybody thinks free healthcare. Great. That would be awesome. And essentially, I think that would be better than what we're doing now. But there's also the problem where you have to wait for months on end to be seen by anybody. And there's other problems with it that I don't quite understand because I've never had free healthcare. Two sides of the same coin here. Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet, dance for the neglected. Impunity from truth, lies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, two parties resurrected. Oh, okay. God, I'm only in Act 2. This video is going to be like 2 hours long. Yes, I am the malevolent, degenerate delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is delicate. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break because I get no satisfaction. I roll stoned. Get the Rolling Stones reference there. ETA with ET, iPhone home. That may be talking a little bit about aliens, etc. Don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain or thunder, junkies, drunks, and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one, become cold like the tundra. One by one, cast out like pariah. Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. So that relates to the dumbing down thing, as I said earlier. Run, little liar. All right, Act 3. Liar, 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 liar. There's no democracy. Democracy ain't corporate lobby free-for-all. Democracy ain't rich boy silver spoon seniors. Oh my God. Wow. Relate to that as well. Another hour-long video. Democracy ain't eating up a lie then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Yes. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line. That's the line I was referring to earlier. That stood out, punched me in the face, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him to the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but not the mind. So there's a religion reference there. We are divine. We lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign. We turn to cancer when we take more than we need. Dogs are barking at nothing once again. So this is where that overwhelming feeling of inspiration came about in me, where I started to cry and had to stop it once again. We are designed to be magnificent. We waste that when we war. A Starry Night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man, the war of what's and whys and hows, and when's the time to take a stand. And who's the one to put me in my place, you or is it God? Is compliance staying silent if defiance comes from love? I come from love, I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined, all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. Oh my God, this might be one of the most difficult reactions I've ever done. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means the I, the me, myself is you, and we're we and one. And there's never separation while we're moving around the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strum? For there's more to music. Life is music. This sucks. I don't want to sit here on camera and just cry. And the pressure that's being built in my throat right now is crazy. Music is the tongue in the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, drum, hear it, drum, hear it, drum, drum, drum. That's the thunder in your chest. That lets you know that you belong. We are one. We are one. We are free to want something better, better yet. Reset so we can all live on. It's just so funny how I'm sitting here saying some stuff and then I read it in these lyrics that I didn't see the first time. All right, Act 4. I gotta get through this. Holy shit. Let's see how long I've been doing this one. An hour and a half. Holy crap. Okay, so this comes the part where it talks about more things that the government or the powers that be want to do. Vincent, Vincent, Vincent. Oh, good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now. Please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? This reads like an infomercial. Nah, guards, what the fuck? Man, I think I want to leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program. It's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method that's sort of trialed and tested. Like the good God's son, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. And with your synapse augmented, with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defective. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum. That is expected. But hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away. I probably for the first time in any of my videos am not going to have an ending commentary section because I've been doing that throughout. What an incredible, powerful song. This might be, I mean, it's hard to say this might be the most powerful yet because many of them are. Many of them have wrecked me. This one has wrecked me. Not in such a bad way. It's just incredibly inspirational to find another human being on the planet that thinks and feels similarly. I can't tell you what a comfort that is, even though I will probably never meet Ren. I feel a connection to him. It's the same thing with Aurora. And when artists can do that through a screen, there's something incredibly special about that. This was a doozy. I don't know what else to say that I haven't said already. That was absolutely incredible. Ren is absolutely incredible. What an amazing human being. You could just tell how authentic it is. It's so rare for somebody like this to come across so human and so authentic. And I just fucking love it when that happens. So thank you, Ren. Thank you, everybody who steered me towards Ren and continues to support how I react to Ren. I appreciate all of you who give me the reassurance about my incessant talking and come back to keep watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you skip the talking, but you still come back. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with me. I will see you on the next one.
Koda, are you excited?